Live below your means. That's it. That's the secret to being successful with money. But what does that phrase even mean? Why is it a secret? And how can you apply it to your life? Hello and welcome to Practical Personal Finance, where you get the information you need to understand and succeed with money. No matter how much money you earn at your job, how big of a bonus you get at the holidays, or how much interest you earn on your investments, if you don't live below your means, you're going to end up broke. But if you do live below your means, you have the opportunity to be wealthy, no matter how much or how little you take home. So what does it mean to live below your means? Living below your means is all about spending less than what you earn. And yes, it's a lot harder than it sounds. You could be blessed with a $200,000 per year income, but if you spend $250,000 per year on cars, vacations, and jewelry, you'll wind up $50,000 in the hole after just 1 year. Meanwhile, a friend of yours could have a $100,000 per year income and spend just $50,000 of it on living expenses. After a year, your friend's got $50,000 in the bank. Which position would you like to be in? $50,000 in debt with no choice but to continue working your high-stress, high-paying job to fund your exorbitant lifestyle? Or debt-free, $50,000 in your pocket with no obligations to anyone? It's simple. The secret to being successful with money is living below your means. So why is it such a big secret? Why aren't there commercials on TV or ads on Facebook urging you to be responsible with your money? The people who run those ads and own those companies have it all figured out. If they can convince you that you need a new smartphone every year, that you need a bigger vehicle now that you're having a baby, and that you deserve a weekend getaway at their tropical resort, they've done their job. While you're busy trying to buy yourself the admiration of your followers on Instagram, the people and companies you just paid are laughing all the way to the bank. It pays to sell you a lifestyle you cannot truly afford. As long as you continue to believe that it's normal to have a huge monthly car payment or credit card debt, or to spend 50% of your monthly take-home pay on rent, you'll be stuck treading water while the rich continue to get richer. If you want to start living below your means and building some wealth of your own, here are my top 3 tips. First is to work on creating a plan at the beginning of every month for how you're going to spend your money. You can do this with an app like Mint or YNAB, with a pen and paper, or you can use my personal favorite method, a spreadsheet. Calculate how much income you expect to have this month, and then make a list of everything you're planning to spend money on. Some of your expenses will be fixed, like rent or car payments, but others, like restaurants, clothes, and entertainment, you can exert some control over. Make sure you allocate some of your income toward future financial goals like paying off debt, buying a home, or investing for retirement. Even if you can only manage to save a little bit each month, it adds up over time. Second is to establish a solid emergency fund. This is a bunch of cash you keep in a separate savings account that you can use if you lose your job, need to replace your car, or have any other type of unexpected emergency. If you don't have this extra cash set aside and disaster strikes, you'll be stuck going into debt to keep yourself afloat. Determine what your average monthly expenses are by looking back over the past few months of spending. Multiply that number by 3 if you're renting, or by 6 if you're a homeowner. The answer is the amount you should have in your emergency fund. My third and final tip is to give extra thought to large purchases. Things like your home, your car, and your education. When you sign a 12-month lease on an apartment for $3,000 per month, you've just agreed to pay $36,000 over the next year. How much thought did you give to what you can truly afford? If $3,000 is more than 40 or 50% of what you take home in a single month, you've made a mistake by signing that lease, and it's going to take an entire year to clean it up. There's a simple rule I follow for big purchases. If it involves more than half of what I spend in a normal month, I get ready to make my purchase, then I pause and think about it for at least 24 hours. If at that point I'm still comfortable with my decision, I move forward. If not, I walk away. This way, I'm able to avoid impulse purchases that I later regret. What are your tips for living below your means? I'd love to hear them in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll enjoy the story of how I bought my first home in the crazy real estate market of 2021. Click right here to watch. And if you're not yet a subscriber, take the first step toward financial success by clicking right here. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Andrew Shear, and I'll see you next time.